Hello, welcome to Shop Talk. We're going to do a little different video today. Talked to a lot of my customers and they would like to see how we take down these McCulloch Mini Macs. We did a lot of these when they were very popular. I haven't done one in years. With a very few tools, I think we can do this. Here's the tools we're going to use. 3/8, 5/8 socket, 5/16 speed wrench, and it shouldn't take but just a few minutes to take this down. Here's the tools. And I'll just kind of walk you through it. It won't take very long. Arm chain off. Spark plug out. Choke lever. And the next step, while you're in that area, you want to turn these screws all the way in. It'll make it easier getting this motor out of this case. Just take them in where they seat. Take the idle screw all the way in. These were actually kind of fun to work on after you did a few of them. Front cover off. Oil lever. Just a little pressure on this tank and it'll come right off. And that's one of the trickier parts is when you're going back with this, is getting this hose lined up right in there. It's got a little hose right there. It's in a little notch, and you can see it at the bottom here. There's a little notch right here. That's really important on getting this saw back together. Air cleaner cover off, air cleaner off, pull the rubber off. Bottom screw. On the air box there. There's one screw under the trigger. A little difficult to get at. Muffler off. Okay, let's check, make sure we got all the screws out we need out. Bottom one's out, airbox one's out, under the trigger. All good. One other little trick here, this linkage on the throttle. See if I can get a picture of it there for you. There's a linkage that hooks into this trigger. Reach in there with a pair of needle nose and just lift it up, and it pops right over, and just leave it, let it lay down there. It's out of the way. Take our oil hoses loose. They need to come loose. That motor's ready to come out of that case now. The earlier models did not have this starter that came off. This one here, they made it easier to get the motor out of the case. You take those 3 screws out, gives you a little more room to work. The earlier Macs did not have that, and so I'm going to leave that on there and see if I can get it off the way we did the old ones. What you do is lift up on your plug wire, give it a little bit of space there. Reach in here and you just grab this and rotate the starter. Give it a little shake as you rotate it. There it is. It looks like a challenge, but I haven't done one in probably 10 years, and that motor just comes right out. Hold your trigger, make sure you squeeze your trigger, it gives you a little more room. And there's the motor, and it would have been easier if I had taken this starter assembly loose, but I want to show you how we did it with the original Mini Macs. Going back together is the challenge of getting this hose positioned right. It's got to be setting right here with this little nub in that position, and you take the linkage and you swing the flywheel up to where it is magnetized right there. That holds the linkage to make it easier to put this saw together. See that linkage, how it's stuck to the magnet? That's the position you want that in. And to slip that motor back in, it's a challenge too. Start with the plug wire first, get it through the hole. Squeeze on your trigger, hold it out of the way. Make sure that linkage is in the right position, and then you just start back in with it. Pull on the plug wire, kind of get it into position. Line up the fuel hose with this little nub in the case. So I'm going to turn that around there so you can see it. Real important to get that fuel pickup in the right position. Reach in there with a pair of needle nose and rotate it and lock it in position. Just like that. Reach in there, grab your linkage, hook it into the throttle, line up the screws, and you're going back together. And I did not remove that starter again on this one. It would be a lot easier if yours has the black starter. Take those 3 screws out, but again, those were not, that cover was not on the original Mini Macs, and it was a little more of a challenge. I hope this was a entertaining video. It's kind of fun. Like I said, I worked on those for many years. Got some questions on those Mini Macs? Give me an email. Take care.